What's up, boys? Lucky here. So I just wanted to talk about something. You're probably here because of the title, but if you guys don't know, there's been a lot of questions, a lot of speculation, and a lot of not specific shit. A lot of our news comes from viral, TikTok or fucking Instagram reels. That's where I kind of got my shit. And I listen to some financial YouTubers, so that kind of helps me to kind of learn about these financial things. But basically, Trump's beautiful, uh, what's the name? One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Now, what this is uh, a tax bill that Trump created. Uh, let's be honest, guys. He just told a team what he wanted, and they constructed this. Let's be honest. He didn't write all this. He didn't create all of it. That's what I think. I like Trump, but I'm just gonna spit it out how it is. So two things that are very uncertain. The first thing is people are saying that it already passed. It has not passed yet. It did pass, but not completely. There's this thing where there's senators, and it goes into a voting system, and I believe it's 13 senators. If I'm wrong, comment down below. I'm just going off top of my head, but basically, let's just say 13 senators. They all vote, and I believe majority um, get to if the majority wins, then that whatever the majority vote is, that's what they decide to do. So it's kind of like we vote for the senators, and then the senators vote for us, basically. Now, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Hopefully, you guys can comment down below roasting me if you guys know more about this. Please don't fucking say brain rots. Oh, make America great again, or libtards, fucking um, Republicans, blah blah blah. If we had, the other president, we would have been better. Bro, let's cut the shit, all right? Or we're all here, we're all trying to learn. I'm a 24-year-old. I learned from just listening to people and investigating. I recommend 100% going and investigating yourself. But basically, uh, the votes has not been set yet, and the senators have not done a conference or meeting set point for the time being of when they're gonna do the vote. So it just passed on the 22nd, and now the senators have to make a meeting so they can vote on it, and majority wins, then they get it. So I'm just gonna read off a couple things that this text bill and what it kind of pushes. I'm gonna try to explain it like not in a like a fucking. I'm not a professional, and I bet a lot of people don't understand all these big words and all that. I'm not like that either. So I'll try to explain it. I'm not gonna dumb it down. I'm gonna make it simple, how I understand it. Hopefully that helps you guys. But so number one, permanent extension of 2017 tax cuts. So this one's not that big. I need to research it more myself, but basically. The bill seeks to make permanent the individual and estate tax cuts introduced in TCGA. Again, I don't know what that means, which were previously set to expire at the end of 2025. So they are gonna do an extension on 2017 tax cuts. Now I believe they want to make them permanent, or Trump wants to make them permanent. I think that one's gonna be a little hard to push. But new tax exemptions, tips, and overtime pay. This one's a big one. Eliminates federal income taxes on tips and overtime pay premium benefiting service industry and hourly workers. Now, there is a cap, and there are some things that you have to do. So basically, if you get tips on things like, like you're a waiter or waitress, or, you do housekeeping and you get tips, cash, let's say Uber driving, taxi, stuff like that, then you could do it. A lot of people are trying to find a loophole where they can make their pay or bonuses into tips so they could do it. That shit's canceled. That's not gonna happen. You can't do that. They closed that loop because people were like speculating, oh, if I do this, then It just got trendy, and then they saw it and they patched it. They patched it, bro, boys. So what happens now is if you basically now I heard that credit cards might be tax exempted too, but for now it just has been established as cash. Again, do your own research, but that's what I've heard. But basically, I mean, this doesn't fucking change anything. Let's be honest, dude. I fucking worked at a hotel, and I was I was run man or whatever. I was the bitch boy. Well, to be honest, people would call, and then I'd grab their shit, and they would give me texts, or they'd give me tips, and then I would just fucking spend it on the vending machine right away. I wouldn't fucking write that down as my tax exempts. Let's be honest, dude. You guys get cash, you're not gonna fucking claim it, you know. But I mean, I guess it's cool, if you make a fuck ton of tips on, money on tips. Um, you know, like fucking, strippers. I'm sure that fucking does it, but I don't think they pay fucking taxes. Let's be honest. So Social Security benefits. Oh, I almost jumped over the overtime pay. So overtime pay, you have to make less than 150,000, and basically it's 1 to 1. So if you work overtime, I work a lot of overtime. So if you work overtime, you can use that on tax season and get that money back or deducted. So basically, let's say whenever you work at a company, they take away. You got to see your own tax bracket. All right. So you make this much. You're married or you're not married. That increases the tax bracket. Basically, let's just say you and your wife, you both make 150,000. So the tax bracket for this year was 180,000 cap, and above 100,000, you kind of fall in between there. This is all memory, but you can fucking just Google it. Even Chat GPT it. But basically, you fall into that. Just search up tax brackets. You go there. So that's why being married gives you, tax relief or a tax break. But whenever they say that kind of shit, it just increases the amount of money that you make and the less money you have to pay. So for my job, what I like that they do is that they take more than what I have to pay, and kind of you want to be on that zero range. And if you go below that zero range, then you owe. If you give more on taxes on your paychecks, then you get paid. So it's a perfect balance. You need to try to hit zero. I like it how they take more, because then I get returns and I don't have to fucking pay, which is pretty cool. But basically, if you do overtime at the tax season, you get that money back. Oh, and by the way, this might be a long video because I'm just fucking sharing what I know. But if you own an EV, a Tesla, an electric vehicle, did you guys fucking know that you got $7,500 in tax credits? You basically get fucking paid $7,500 to own one of these cars. Now Trump is gonna he's planning on this tax bill to take that off, and there won't be that anymore. He's gonna replace it with American-made vehicles. So yeah, if you didn't fucking know that, I would have gotten a fucking Tesla if I fucking knew that. But just so you guys know, but basically it's gonna be replaced with vehicles made here in America. I'm thinking Ford, Toyota. No, I don't think is Toyota even American? It's a Ford, I believe Dodge is also American. Those for a fact I know. But if you have cars like that, then you get up to like $10,000 if you make less than $200,000 a year on your tax break. So potentially right there you could make fucking 15K or 15K deducted from what you owe. Now this is pretty huge. I'm not gonna lie, boys. Just try to keep in the loop so then you can earn the max amounts of money and you're not getting railed in the back. So let's talk about new tax exemptions. Social Security benefits. So exempts Social Security benefits from federal income taxation for all recipients. So no taxes on Social Security. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the Social Security system. basically you everyone pays into it, and then when you retire, you get a small check of that, and then you get fucking taxed again. So not only that, it's a fucking stupid system, you know. It's like a Ponzi scheme, bro. To be honest, like it is what it is. But I like how it's gonna help a lot of older people. I'll be honest. I like the benefit from this. I don't like the system. I don't agree with it. But we have it. It is what it is. It's gonna help people. So I like that part. So number three, child tax credit enhancement. So temporarily increases the child tax credit by 500, raising it from 2,000 to 2,500 for tax years 2025 through 2028. I'll be honest, I don't have kids, and this is not gonna fucking incentivize me to having kids. The economy is shit right now. I grew up poor, and I don't want to have a kid and have him grow up poor as well. I believe a lot of people are having the same thoughts, and I don't want to talk shit, but a lot of people who are having kids right now, they are kind of dumb, bro. They're fucking stupid, and they don't think stuff through. Now I'm talking about the people who are just shitting out kids. They don't have money. They're poor. They're pulling out their 401ks. Yeah, it's cool to get fucking $5,000, $7,000 back on your tax returns, but the kid is so much more expensive than that. Not only that, you have to, fucking. Okay, let's get into it. You have to pay for their babysitter, who takes care of them for like the first 5 years. In America, you kind of have to. You only get a couple months of maternity leave, so you don't even get to experience your first. I'd say good time to do that would be like the first 3 years of your baby's, life. So I don't know, dude. I just think having good money, having a home, having a payment, a mortgage where it's like locked in, and you know that's how much you're gonna pay, and making sure that is below 30% of your income. I think that's all important right now. I don't want to talk shit, but Gen Z, my generation, is getting fucked. Now I'll be honest, half of my generation is pretty immature, and they want an easy life. Let's be honest, but we did get the shitty end of the stick, because previous generations did shit that were only convenient to themselves, and now we're getting the shit end of the stick. And I'm sure every other generation is just talk like this, but right now the mortgage and the housing system is all fucked, and banking companies are railing up the ass, and interest rates. It's just a huge fucking mess. But yeah, that's not gonna incentivize me on having a kid, and yeah, hopefully it helps people who do have kids who were kind of like in shitty situations. Hopefully it helps them. So number four, state tax adjustment raises the state tax exemption to 15 million adjusted for inflation, providing significant relief for high net worth individuals. Sounds like like helping rich people. That's all I got from that. Five, business tax incentives. So reintroduces 100% of bonus depreciation and immediate expensing for research and development costs. Implements 28.5 domestic production activities deduction, effectively lowering the corporate tax rate to 15% in qualifying domestic activities. Now, what I'm hoping with this is, businesses from here, they use that to pay their employees more. That's what I'm hoping for. Now, let's say that they don't, then this is just benefiting the rich. That's all it is. Number six, tariff increases. Introduces substantial new tariffs on imports, aiming to protect domestic industries, but potentially impacting consumer prices. I mean, we gotta fucking start making shit here. That's just how it is. We have to start making stuff here, and it's gonna be tough at the beginning, but that's just how it's gonna have to be. Number six, tariff increases. Oh, I just talked about that, right? Sorry, boys, I'm a little fucking sleep deprived. I've been up for like 17 hours? No. Medicaid and SNAP reforms proposes $1 trillion in cuts to social benefits such as Medicaid and food stamps, including the introduction of work requirements for Medicaid recipients. Now, this is going to be a hot take. I've seen a lot of people fucking misuse both these things and taking advantage of it. And then I've also seen a lot of people who need this to get by. Very 50-50. I hope there was a better system to understand this, but right now, a lot of people are really fucking tired of seeing people take advantage of the system while other people work really fucking hard and are poorer and don't get help. That's just how it is. They want an equal foot. Hopefully they do a system where it's better and people that actually fucking need it get it, and people who are misusing this get fucking just they get straightened out. And I don't wanna say that they should take repercussions. I wanna say that I think if someone gets caught, emotionally, I want them to see justice, but intellectually, I want them to not be in that first place, not be there in the first place. Hopefully, there's a system that prevents them from misusing these resources. And hopefully, in a perfect world, everything works out. No one lies. That's just how it is. But sometimes you just gotta lie out of necessity. Every situation is different. Number 8, elimination of green energy incentives. Like what I was talking about, the Tesla. So ends federal tax credits for electrical vehicles and other clean energy. So tax credits are basically money. So for what I was saying, 7,500. If you had an EV, which is an electric vehicle, you would get these last three years, I believe. So if you owed, let's say 10,000, then you can write this off. Oh, I got a Tesla, so 7,500 less. Now you only have to pay 2,500, or 2,500. Now, if you don't owe anything, then you get $7,500 back, from what I believe. I didn't do that, so if you guys know, please don't gatekeep. Fucking let us know. They're gonna take this shit off. Might as well, share with the classroom how you're, making money off of this. Your fucking little loopholes. Make sure you comment down below. We gotta help each other, So that's about it. So it's just a fucking mess right now. Those are the biggest viewpoints. Now the bill's like fucking, I don't know, 1,000 pages long. So hopefully that helps. If you guys have any questions, I'll do my best. But that's most of what I know. I'm a 24-year-old. I did my own research. I listened to people. Sometimes you listen to the wrong people. That's what happens. But hopefully this helps, and I'll talk to you guys all later.